You know, there's something truly special about mornings, that quiet time when the world feels fresh and full of possibilities. But as we get older, how we start our day becomes even more important. That's why we've been talking about those little morning mistakes that can sneak up on us after 70. And today, we're wrapping up with the last two, plus my favorite sunrise ritual that's made all the difference for me. Let's dive in. Tell me if this sounds familiar. You wake up, check the clock, and suddenly your mind is racing. Doctor's appointments, phone calls to make, errands to run. Before you know it, you're already stressed, and the day hasn't even really begun. That's our fifth dangerous mistake, letting the morning chaos take over instead of setting a calm, intentional tone for the day. My dear friend Evelyn, who's 82 and one of the most vibrant people I know, taught me this simple trick. She keeps a little notebook by her bed. Every night before sleep, she writes down just one thing she wants to accomplish the next morning. Not a to-do list, just one small win. Maybe it's sit outside with my tea or call granddaughter. And here's the magic. When she wakes up, she does that one thing first. No distractions, no rushing. It sets the whole day up for success. Now, I'll admit, when Evelyn first told me this, I thought, that's too simple to matter. But then I tried it. For a week, my morning win was just enjoy my oatmeal without the TV on. And you know what? Those quiet 10 minutes became my favorite part of the day. Our brains crave that little bit of control, especially as we get older. Here's the fix. Tonight, try writing down one morning intention. Keep it small and joyful. And when you wake up, do that before anything else. It's not about productivity. It's about starting your day on your terms. Now, this last mistake is one most of us don't even realize we're making. How many of us shuffle through our mornings in dim light, maybe with the curtains still drawn? It feels cozy, but here's the problem. Our bodies need natural morning light to regulate everything: our sleep, our mood, even our appetite. As we age, our eyes let in less light, and our internal clocks get fussier. That's why so many of us struggle with sleep problems or afternoon slumps. My neighbor Roy complained for years about waking up at 3 a.m. until his doctor asked, "How much sunlight do you get first thing in the morning?" Turns out, Roy's morning paper ritual happened in his dimly lit kitchen. When he started reading by the window instead, his sleep improved within days. The fix is glorious in its simplicity. Within 30 minutes of waking, spend just 5 to 10 minutes near natural light. Open the curtains wide, sip your tea by the window, or step outside if you can. No sunglasses. Let your eyes take in that morning glow. If it's cloudy, even better. The soft light is gentle on aging eyes. This tiny habit tells your brain daytime has begun and sets you up for better energy and sleep. Now, before we go, I want to share what I call my sunrise secret, the one ritual that ties all these fixes together. Every morning, after my slow wake up and stretches, I do what my Italian grandmother called taking the air. I step outside, even if it's just onto the porch, take 3 deep breaths, and say something I'm grateful for. Some days it's the birds singing, others it's my cozy robe. That's it. Just 30 seconds to connect with the world and myself. This isn't about adding another task. It's about remembering that mornings are a gift, especially at our age. We've earned the right to start slow, start happy, and start on our own terms. So let's recap. We've talked about rising slowly, hydrating first thing, balancing coffee with food, moving gently, setting a morning intention, and welcoming natural light. But here's what really matters. You don't have to do all these at once. Pick one that speaks to you and try it for a week. Small steps lead to big changes. And if you take away just one thing from our time together, let it be this. Your mornings aren't just about getting ready for the day. They're about celebrating that you're here to live it. So tomorrow, when you open your eyes, take that extra moment. Your body and your future self will thank you. Ah, coffee, my old friend. There's nothing like that first sip in the morning, is there? But here's something you might not realize. That quick cup of coffee on an empty stomach, it could be doing more harm than good, especially after 70. And that brings us to our third dangerous morning mistake. Now, I'm not here to tell you to give up your coffee. Trust me, I'd never do that. But timing matters. When you drink coffee first thing in the morning, especially without food, it can send your stress hormones into overdrive. That jittery feeling? It's not just caffeine, it's your body reacting like it's under attack. And for many of us, that can mean a sudden spike in blood pressure, stomach acid, or even anxiety. My brother-in-law Frank used to joke that coffee was his breakfast. Then he wondered why he felt wired but exhausted by mid-morning. His doctor explained that coffee on an empty stomach can mess with your blood sugar, leaving you crashing later. And after 70, our bodies don't bounce back like they used to. Here's the fix. Eat a little something first. Even a slice of toast with peanut butter or a handful of nuts gives your stomach a buffer. Then, enjoy your coffee. If you're thinking, but I'm not hungry in the morning, try this. Start with half your usual coffee and sip it slowly with food. Within a week, you'll likely notice steadier energy, no crashes. Now let's talk about something I learned the hard way. Ignoring those little morning creaks and stiffness. For years, I'd wake up, feel my knees protest, and think, better take it easy today. Turns out, that's the opposite of what our bodies need. And that's our fourth dangerous mistake, avoiding gentle movement in the morning. Here's the thing. When you don't move in the morning, stiffness sets in like concrete. Your joints need lubrication, your muscles need oxygen, and your brain needs that good morning signal that comes from light activity. But so many of us either stay sedentary or, here's the other extreme, jump into intense exercise, which can strain cold muscles. My yoga teacher, Linda, who's 72, swears by her 5-minute wake-up ritual. She starts by wiggling her toes and ankles while still in bed, then does slow shoulder rolls sitting up. By the time she stands, her body's ready for the day. No stiffness, no pain. And the science backs her up. Gentle movement boosts circulation, eases arthritis pain, and even sharpens your mind. The fix? Try this. Before you even get out of bed, point and flex your feet 10 times. Then, sit up and hug your knees to your chest for a gentle back stretch. If you're up for it, stand and march in place for 30 seconds. It's not about working out, it's about reminding your body it's alive. And if balance is a concern, hold on to a chair or counter. Small moves, big rewards. You know, it's funny. We spend so much of our lives rushing through mornings, only to wonder why we feel off later. But these changes? They're not about adding more to your day. They're about working with your body, not against it. And the best part? You can start tomorrow. No fancy equipment, no drastic overhauls, just tiny tweaks that add up to a healthier, happier you. Now I'd love to hear from you. Are you a coffee-first person, or have you found a better way? And what's your go-to morning stretch? Subscribe and share in the comments. Your tips might inspire someone else. Next time, we'll wrap up with 2 more morning mistakes you'll want to avoid, plus my favorite sunrise habit that sets the tone for the whole day. Until then, here's to mornings that feel as good as your favorite slippers. Good morning. Tell me, how did you start your day today? Did you jump out of bed the moment you woke up? Or maybe you skipped breakfast because you just weren't that hungry. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. So many of us over 70 fall into little morning habits that seem harmless, but can actually take a toll on our health over time. The good news? They're easy to fix. Today we're talking about 4 dangerous morning mistakes people over 70 often make. And more importantly, how to turn them around so you can feel stronger, healthier, and more energized every single day. Now, I know mornings can feel rushed or even a little stiff sometimes, especially if you wake up with aches or low energy. But the way you start your day sets the tone for everything that follows. So let's dive into the first mistake. And this one might surprise you. Picture this. Your eyes open, sunlight's peeking through the curtains, and before you know it, you're swinging your legs over the side of the bed and standing up. Sounds normal, right? Well, here's the problem. When you move too fast after lying down for hours, your blood pressure can drop suddenly. That's why so many of us feel dizzy or even lose our balance first thing in the morning. And for folks over 70, that dizzy spell can lead to a dangerous fall. I'll never forget my friend Margaret, sharp as a tack at 78, who told me she fractured her wrist just from standing up too fast one morning. She said, "I've done it 1,000 times before, but that one time, my legs just weren't ready." And that's the thing. Our bodies change, and what used to be easy now needs a little extra care. Here's the fix. Give yourself a 2-minute wake-up routine. When you first open your eyes, stay lying down. Take a few deep breaths, stretch your arms and legs gently, and then slowly sit up on the edge of the bed. Wait another 30 seconds before standing. It's such a small change, but it gives your blood pressure time to adjust. Think of it like warming up a car engine on a cold morning. You're helping your body ease into the day. Now let's talk about something we all know is important, but often forget in the morning hustle: water. After a full night's sleep, your body is naturally dehydrated. But here's the catch. When you're over 70, your sense of thirst isn't as sharp as it used to be. So you might not even feel thirsty, but your body is practically waving a little flag that says, "Hey, I need water." Dehydration might not sound like a big deal, but it can sneak up on you. It makes you feel tired, foggy-headed, and can even lead to constipation or dizziness. And if you take morning medications, dehydration can make them harder on your stomach. My neighbor Jim used to complain about his morning headaches until his doctor asked one simple question: "Jim, when's the last time you drank water today?" Turns out he was waiting until lunch. The fix is simple. Keep a glass or bottle of water by your bedside. Before you even have coffee or tea, take a few sips. If cold water doesn't appeal to you first thing, try room temperature water with a slice of lemon. It's gentle on your stomach and helps kickstart your digestion. And if you're thinking, "But I'll be running to the bathroom all morning," don't worry. Your body will adjust in a few days, and the energy boost is worth it. Now, these first two fixes, taking it slow when you get up and hydrating first thing, might seem small, but they make a world of difference. And in just a moment, we'll talk about 2 more morning mistakes you'll want to avoid. But first, I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever felt dizzy standing up too fast? Or do you already have a morning water routine? Subscribe and share your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single one. Next up, we'll talk about why that quick cup of coffee might be sabotaging your energy, and the surprising truth about stretching in the morning. Stay with me.